So good morning or good afternoon, bon dia. Actually, it's not bon dia, it's bon tard. Botard, Botard. I'll get it together. Hello, welcome to Journal with Me. I'm Kathy Hampton of Wellness and Healing Practices. And yeah, this is the space where you come to journal, download what's on your heart and mind and spirit. If you've never seen this channel before, welcome. We spend time in community, virtual community, journaling together, being inspired for the day, for the moment. And as I said, downloading what we have on our hearts and minds in a quiet space, your space. If you have never seen this before, um, and you aren't sure what you need for journaling, all you need is an open mind and yourself. You can grab a piece of paper, a pen, pencil, paintbrush, and or canvas for you to document, really document what you're feeling right now, how your body is doing right now, and how your spirit is doing right now. And we and if this is something that you care to make a good habit, a practice, and it is a practice, it's no perfection in any of this. We write in free flow mode, to make a list of things that we might want to do, a shopping list. um, so there's no perfection in journaling. What it does is help you become self-aware. That's one of the benefits. Observe yourself, um, and maybe write your own story for the moment. And it is only up to you to do that. Today, we're going to do something a little different, and I'm going to talk first instead of journal first. So, if you're seeing this on replay, be sure, if you're seeing this in the future, please know that the order has been switched around and that we will be journaling after I speak. We'll kind of do it in between. Have so much more time now that we can spread things out a little better. And if you do find that you like this and have not subscribed to my channel yet, do me a favor. If you like, please give me a thumbs up. Uh, Subscribe. There's a button for you to subscribe to the channel, and then ring the notification bell. The notification bell will keep you apprised as to when a new video or live stream is been uploaded or is streaming live. So, good morning. I keep on saying morning because I'm used to 7:30 a.m. It may be morning at your time, Eastern Standard Time, but Botard, it's good afternoon for me. Catherine, great to see you. Great to know that you are here. My peace, bon dia. Botard, beautiful people. Yes, good to see you, my peace. We're finally on the same time zone, but in different places. Good to see you. And we'll get started. I wanted to get started with something that kind of hit home for me. I guess it was either last night or the night before. I'm getting times mixed up. I can take off my glasses because I'm not reading. Um, uh, yeah, it had to do with a talk that I saw Eckhart Tolle speak on um, the other night. I don't know which one, as I said, but it had to do with something that I've been thinking about and actually talking about, kind of around the periphery of the subject, and that is being happy now. We talk about so often about the future and the past, but we don't talk about the present. And we prepare ourselves for the present. And we have desires. We all have desires, um, but and those desires are to be happy in some sense, right? You want to be pleased, happy, content, at peace, calm. Most of us want that. We want things. We want things that might make us feel happy, make us feel proud, make us feel accomplished. We might want those things. So we think about those getting or attaining those things in the future. And sometimes it takes time to achieve those things. And so my thought process in all of this was when I made plans to do a number of things. And the most uh, things that would change, my life really, and it either had to do with um, a career move, um, a new home, buying a new home, um, uh, uh, a getting out of a toxic relationship, um, and which would take time to achieve. Um, Planning for um, a a sabbatical, planning for move a move for a place of my own, moving abroad. All of these things required processes to be put in place and took time. And while taking the time, there were some times where the doing wasn't so pleasant, right? So first you think about it, you think about it, and I talk about this, I think the last time we met, which was last Thursday, yes, when I talked about saying it, doing it, and then living it. So, and in Eckhart Tolle's discussion, the doing it was what he talked about. But the next step was becoming it, right? Becoming it. I say living it. But as we move forward between the spectrum, the doing it part is the most pivotal part. I call that the in between stage. Um, it is the part that might seem daunting. You have more questions. You may have doubts. You may not be happy doing the doing stuff, the doing part, right? The doing or processes cause the stress, right? And and but at the same time, what he got to, which really got to me, what he stated was that we're anticipating the future as we are doing, and we want to be in that future. But see, what he said that was so striking to me is that the future will never be, because by the time we get to where we are, there is still another future. We never get to the future. We just get to that becoming part. And hopefully, we have not been so disappointed in the doing that we cannot experience the becoming, or what I call the living. You have to be able to live it as well, enjoy it. Sometimes when you get there, you start questioning, wow, can I live it? Can I live what now has become? Right? So that really got to me, because I was having a talk with someone uh, just I think it was I think it was Sunday night or Sunday afternoon. And I was saying that now that, I have become a resident, temporary, in a new place, I have to start living what I wanted for in the doing, right? I was having some, you have some like, wow, can I do this? Can I be happy now? Can I be happy now? Right? After all of this, the processes. And sometimes people may have like buyer's remorse, right? I'm not saying that I have buyer's remorse. What I had to do is become unwired a little bit from jet lag, from some processes, the things that continue to happen that you have to still take care of in the doing. And it's exhausting. It's a lot going on. It was a lot when trying to purchase a home. You have to have certain documents. You have to, you have to have this and that and the other. When you are, unraveling a relationship, a marriage, calls for a lot of stuff. You have to wait too. You have to wait. You have to, depends on where you are, what state you are, in. But it takes time. So all of the doing can cause stress. And that stress could be good or bad, actually. The stress doesn't have to be a terrible stress. I'm not talking about, distress. I'm talking about stress. Anytime you are doing something, there is stress. Anytime you walk up and down the street, you're doing action. You're creating some stress and action. But I'm talking about stress that is uncomfortable. I guess sometimes walking up and down the street can be uncomfortable, especially if you're going up a hill. Or winding turns, or if it's if it's fast, you have to walk fast. But I'm talking about stress in doing something, putting out energy, right? So that got me to thinking about whether or not we realize that we need to be happy in the moments that we are doing something, because doing actually continues, movement continues, right? And that's what I want for Black women over 50, is to continue moving and doing and being happy as they are doing, as they are becoming, as they are moving toward future. That's what you want to do. Continue to move until you get to the place, the future, but the future continues, right? So it is not, it's not something that necessarily ends. It's just another chapter that might end, but becoming is where you want to be on the continuum. And you want to speak it. You want to declare it. This is what I want to do, or this is what I will do. And then you do it. You continue to do it, putting in the steps, the processes, experiencing some of the stress, and understanding that the stresses that you have are going to occur. Being aware, the self-awareness for the doing is going to happen. Observe yourself. Get to know yourself in the doing, right? Get to know. I got to know myself during the doing parts of these events that have occurred and these changes that have occurred in my life. Everyone has events that they are experiencing or have experienced, and may have documented them. I know I have documented them through the practice of journaling. And so I can go and see what I wrote down about the moments, um, and the minutes, the hours, the days that I was experiencing doing or moving through an event. So, what is it that you've noticed about yourself? What is it that you have noticed about yourself during a process or a process that is occurring now? What is it that you have noticed? What is the truth? What is the truth about yourself that you have noticed? And talk about that. Actually, this is a prompt. This could be a prompt if you so choose to engage in this, is by thinking about what you are doing to be happy now in the doing, so that once the living of this dream, this thing that you want, this, whatever it is that you want at the end, right? To be happy, the living, because we want to live happily. That's the continuum. What is it the living going to look like for you, right? So, as a part of reflection today, something different, consider that. What are you doing to be happy now? What is it that you believe you will do once you get to the future, right? The continuum. And it is hoped that you will be happy now and then, to live out what you wanted, right? Satisfied, peaceful, calm. That's what I hope for you. But let's take the time now to kind of unravel that for ourselves. Think about that and possibly journal about that. So, before we get started with journaling, if you haven't seen us before, please take some time to think about how you were feeling right now, this moment, after I've spoken. How are you doing right now? How how are you feeling? How's your body feeling? Perhaps. How is your body feeling? And what is your spirit telling you? Yes. What is it saying to you? If you don't have words, as we choose to use here words that might just best describe the feelings, might be something along the lines of weather reports or weather words, foggy, sunny, that kind of thing. Maybe breezy, maybe hot. You're right, feeling hot and bothered, right? Cold, cool, whatever describes how you're doing. Take the time, make a note. Again, Um, you can take the note or not. These are invitations to you to use this time peacefully for yourself. You can just listen, you can participate in this practice of journaling, or it could be considered written meditation, or you can meditate. Do what is best for you with the time that you have in this space. And I'm going to read what my piece says. Despite the fear, I continue to have courageous moments and I move forward. Very good, my piece. Yes. It's interesting, isn't it? How um, you have to move through fear. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And not let it consume us. Yeah. As people say, it's the devil, that fear. And we have power over some of those lower level thoughts of fear, of anger, moving around and through it. Um, and we get to choose how we do that for ourselves. No one can tell you how. I know with fear, I say that I don't succumb to fear, really. But I think sometimes what I experience with fear is that I try to overtake it. I try to overtake it. Yeah. Shabani, great to have you here with us. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Yeah, fear is one of those things that it's really stressful to have fear, and you know, moving around it, the best way you can navigate around it is so good. Um, Escape Nomad, Puerto Rico. Good morning. It's been a while. I'm so happy you are doing this. Thank you. Glad to have you here. Karima. Hi, everyone. I'm new here. I love your channel. I don't usually comment. Thank you for being you. Oh, my pleasure. I'm glad to have you here, Karima. Yeah, glad to have you here. So, yeah, if you've just joined us, we have had a discussion about really what I based on a video I saw of Tolle about being happy now, allowing ourselves to be happy as we are doing something, the process of doing something to get to where we want to be. We have the declaration or the statement of what we want, right? We even that if that's to ourselves, something that we want, something that we want to do, but then we have to do it, right? And sometimes the doing is problematic, is stressful. Um, but by the time we get there to the future of whatever we may want, um, the happiness that the thing is may not be there. You may not have been happy enough to continue being happy to receive what the outcome is or the future is. Eckhart Tolle says that there is really no future because once we get to what we want, we still have more to live. So the best thing is to be happy now. Be happy right now. So let's take time. This will be a point of reflection for journaling, because we haven't started journaling yet. Um, and if something has struck a nerve with you, then maybe that's something that you can write about what I've just stated. If you have come in the middle of this, you can always watch the replay and see what I discussed. But I really think it's important for us to realize that it's important for us to be present. It's so important for us to be present, even when things seem to be stressful. The stress in doing something should not overtake our ability to be pleased with the dream, right? Be pleased with the dream, or our forecast for the future. So let's do this. Let's get comfortable in our seats and open ourselves up through cleansing breaths. If you are comfortable in your seat, that's great. I'm going to get comfortable in my seat. And if you're sitting down and can place your feet on the floor, sometimes that can be difficult, but I actually have a great couch there. I can sit up pretty tall and place my feet on the floor. Yeah. And not stiffly sitting up. You want to be able to sway a little bit, right? Getting comfortable, getting to a really a good pace of breathing. If you have glasses, you might want to take them off. If you'd like to, you can close your eyes gently and softly. If you don't want to close your eyes, lower your gaze, meaning lower your eyes, looking down at the floor or to a point lower to the floor. You can place your left hand on your heart and your right hand on your stomach. Or you can place your hands in the receiving position, cupped on your knees. We'll be inhaling through the nose, feeling the coolness through our nostrils, the cool air, holding it for 2 seconds, and then exhaling through the mouth, the warm air within us. Okay, we'll do this in a round of 3 cleansing breaths. And then we'll return to our normal breathing. Okay. When we breathe in, take a big breath if you can. Hold it for 2 seconds and then exhale with a sigh or a sound. And let's begin together if we can. Inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose. Exhaling through the mouth. One more time, inhaling through the nose, feeling the cool air through the nose. The warm air goes out through the mouth, returning to our normal breath, normal breathing. Spending time getting back to the rhythm, our authentic rhythm, your rhythm. Allowing the lungs to expand the way they like to expand. Gently fluttering the eyes open, or raising the gaze, and taking a look around your space, your room, your home. Okay? That should be relaxing, and open up yourself to observation, self-awareness, the ability to document or write or meditate further about being happy now and not waiting for the future to be at peace, be calm. Okay? We'll spend 20 minutes in writing. Okay? We use the Ombu sound bowl that's found on Insight Timer, which has quite a bit, quite a few sound bowls. But we're going to start with Ombu, spelled O-M-B-U. And you'll hear that first. You'll hear it twice. It'll go ding, ding. And then after the 20 minutes, the Sakya bowl will sound. You'll hear that. And we'll be finished with the 20 minutes of writing. Okay? So if you're new here, please stick around. I hope that you will journal with me and with us, with the virtual community of sister journalers. All you need is a pen, paper, okay, a journal, back of an envelope, whatever you have available to you. If you choose to document through doodling, right, or painting, which is communication, right, of yourself, from yourself, you can do that. This is an invitation. All right. So I'm going to ring the bell now. Get us started for today's journaling session. Okay. The 20-minute Sakya bowl has sounded, and the journaling session is now over um, for today. But you can continue to write, you can continue meditation or prayer, whatever your practice is for yourself right now. You can continue and put me in the background and put me on mute. Hope that you found the, if you used the points or the prompts that I provided for reflection, if you found anything that resonated with you, I hope that that was helpful for whatever reason. Um, and if you had whatever's on your heart, mind, and spirit that you needed to download, upload, place down, I hope that it was all good for you. So let's see who is here, who came in. Dr. Donna Botard. Botard, Dr. Donna. Good to have you here. Great to see you here. As we had a little programming change where I spoke more in the front end of journaling. And because I have no place to be, no time to be any place right now, we can continue the conversation or continue a conversation. Um, so I will share basically what I wrote about the topic of, and you can, if you're just coming in and seeing this, please know that you can watch the replay, leave your comments also, and also know that you know the you on YouTube you can like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. I would really appreciate that. I am trying to grow my channel and hope to provide everybody with a sense of, um, uh, I guess, seeing me out in a different place and space, and me talking about it and giving helpful information to you, coming from a different place in my chapters or my journey, right? So if you could do that, that would be great. Um, but what I actually wrote about was, I was giving gratitude initially, um, and have an asterisk about what I've observed about myself moving through, and I give myself as an example, not to boast, brag, or make me the authority on any of this. This is an example. For examples, what I observed in my process from declaring or stating what I desired to doing the work, moving toward what I desired, and now currently beginning to live what and how I wanted to live that I asked for. And that is basically the process of relocating to Porto, Portugal from the United States. That's what I've wanted. I've wanted a lot of things, and all of these things had to be declared, had to be said, had to be, documented that this is what path I wanted I had to do the work and take the processes to get there and then live those things. And we all do those things. But what happens is that we sometimes aren't aware and we don't observe ourselves going through it. And the process, the doing part, becomes the most stressful part. But what I observed, and I will read this to you, what I observed about myself is that I'm coming out of the fog of jet lag. I'm engaging with people in day to day activities, including transactional or shopping, services such as Uber, and even uh, meeting with new people, expats. Um, I've met them with clarity. I've been authentic to myself, and I've done this with discernment. At the same time, I've been able to navigate processes that I normally do not enjoy. I've pushed myself to just do the thing, and I'm happier because I've done the thing. I also noticed how much I've been able to be more active no matter what hills, literally, what hills I have to climb, how many bags I have to carry, or distances I have to trek. I'm going to lavish whatever time I have here now in the present. I have declared what I want, did what I needed to do in the present, and now living it in the present. I am content and happy now. Yes. So I'm content and happy right now. Who knows what's going to happen by the end of the day? But right now, I'm doing all right. Yeah, a lot has happened, and it'll be a week ago today. I got on a flight on Tuesday, and tomorrow will be 1 week that I've been here. And a lot has happened. It's amazing how much has happened. Um, yeah, I've had some really fun times with some expats here. I was welcomed here by a group of expats, more than more than I thought I would meet. We had a good evening. Spent time talking and getting to know new people, and went to a community outdoor movie. Um, they're having a series of American films shown on certain nights this week, and I believe all through the almost the end of the month. So there was an old movie that we saw. I forget the name of it. I think it's called Under Night with Shelley Winters and Robert Mitchum. Yeah, it was a it was a interesting movie. It was good. It was good. I love old movies, so that was fun. I had fun. Had good laughs. Um, I've had to go grocery shopping and get food. Yesterday, I finally got my SIM card. I did get a new phone, a cheap phone, and well, inexpensive. I shouldn't say it's cheap. It's a Samsung, and I'm an Apple person, so my Portuguese phone is Samsung. Have a new phone number. Um, that was an issue. That was interesting. I got mail. I got mail in my mailbox, so that was kind of cool. So I'm living this. So there's relocation in the process to a relocation. But if you relocate, what do you? What's your purpose for relocating? Mine was always said to me that it was to live here. So life life can throw you all kinds of curves. And so when you move to a new place and you live here, you're expected to go through something, right? That's what living is all about. And I've met, you know, the people on the counters, behind counters at the grocery stores and restaurants. I'm sorry, this I hope this insect is outside the window and not in here with me, because it's bigger than the little flies that I've seen lately. Ooh. I'm not gonna get upset about that, but yeah, you know, it's all good. It really is. I actually, before coming on to this live, I went to buy myself a little bistro set, you know, the two tables with the chair, the two chairs and the little table. I was going to plan to use them in here, but also when getting something else to move them outside. And I questioned the guy. He gave me one box, and I said, and the picture showed, you know, what was supposedly in the box. And I said, is this three pieces? Yes, see. I was like, I don't know. I should have, you know, I should have opened the box. I got it here and opened it up. It was just a table. I looked at the clock and I said, you know what? I'm taking this thing right back. And I still had to get to journal with me. So when I got down there, they could not find the two chairs in boxes. They had the floor model chairs, and I didn't want them. And so I actually had an exchange for the first time since I've been here. So that's living, right? That's what living is. You got to make exchanges sometimes. And you know, they did what they thought they could do and went to the storage room, did not find them, and I made an exchange. And with my very little Portuguese, I was able to communicate. With their very little English, they were able to communicate with me. So we were exchanging whatever words we could use with one another. And I made an exchange to my bank account. And that was so nice. And so, yeah, and that's why I could smile, because nothing went wrong. I noticed where in town service is better. And service tends to be better away from the center, because I believe that the people who work in the center are rushed. They are feeling rushed. Did you all see an insect fly around in here? Okay. I thought I saw something. I'm watching where the insect that I thought was outside. I hope it's not inside. Anyhow, so the services, the service level or the support is better because away from the center, because the people who are working there are not feeling rushed, and aren't having the crush of all of the people in the center. You have your locals, you have tourists, um, you have other workers. They're just tons of people. And so I was trying to transact business last week in the center for my cell phone service to be set up. I wanted them to do all the shifting of the SIM cards and make sure that it was, it was right. It was the right thing for me to do. And I didn't, they didn't, and plus they didn't have the phone that I wanted, and I felt rushed, and I didn't want to transact business in a rushed environment. So I remembered that I had been to a mall when I was here during my sabbatical. And so I moved, and it is away from the center. I'm considered to be in the center, but I'm actually away from the center. I'm a ring outside of the true center. And so I went to an area that's called Antes, and it has a mall called the Alameda, and it is near a soccer stadium, the Dragons soccer stadium right next door. So I went there, and it's very peaceful and calm, not a crush of people. Probably because it was Monday, but it was just really, I was the only one in the cell phone store and was able to sit down and talk to someone. So just using my what I consider common sense about how I want things to be, I can explore, and I don't mind going, instead of taking a left, making a right and going a different direction, and kind of living the way I um, I see myself living, with ease and peacefully, and and realizing that you know people are people everywhere, and we all um, react and have different reactions to things. So that's kind of how things are going for me. How are they going for you? How are you living in the moments, the minutes, and the hours, right? I hope that you're living peacefully, with calm, um, observing how you are moving around in this world, the world around you, and not allowing the doing to get too much for you, because the doing get too can be can be hard. It can be, um, but if you allow yourself to use your peace, right? Your peace, to move you through the hard places, the places where you might feel fear, the places where you might get angry. Manage those the best way that you can. I know that the fear and anger and anxiety, isolation, wanting to isolate yourself, can happen. But in order for things to change, for the better for you, is to move through them the best way that you can. If you'd like to work with me for accountability, for to find a way to move through things that are keeping you stuck, including procrastination, some anxiety or fears or anger, you can find um, that I have a Clairty call that you can make with me for coaching, for transformational life coaching. And that's on my website at, let me pull that up so that you can see. I don't know, I haven't been using this. Um, it is now kathyhamptonwellness.com, or you can reach, here it is, kathyhamptonwellness.com. All right. I am accepting clients. So if you're interested, please be in touch with me. You can go to the website, take a look around, add your name to my email list so that you can get information and find out what we're reading this summer. We're reading a book called Hours. I do not have that with me now. Hours. You'll see that on the book or the workshop page. And I hope that you will come back and join us on this Thursday, this coming Thursday at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It'll be 12:30 here in Portugal or in Europe. So please stop through. We'll be here to journal with you and community. And I appreciate you being here. Dr. Donna, thank you. Karima, Escape Nomad, Puerto Rico, Sabani, My Peace, Catherine Muhammad. If you didn't, leave your name or your comment, please consider doing so that I know you stopped by. But in the meantime, I wish you a great day. Create a great day for yourself. I hope you find some inspiration and motivation to do what you want to in the present. All right. And be present while you're doing it. All right. Sending much love to you. Have a great day. And I'll see you on Thursday. All right. Bye bye.